Today we are considering the effect of social media on marriage. Social media has so much helped us in this society and has enlightened us and made and transformed the world to a very small global world. And it has so many benefits and advantages, and at the same time has so many negative effects on individuals' life and even the society and marriage at large. So we're considering the negative effect of social media on marriage at this moment. 1, comparison and dissatisfaction. Social media platforms showcase the highlight reels of other people's lives, leading to comparison and dissatisfaction in one's own marriage. Many, when they view other people's way of life on social media, they will bring it or translate it into their own physical life, not knowing that most of those things they see on social media are not real. So by the time you want to emulate the way of life, the lifestyle of other people that you see on social media, in your marriage, in your life, in your home, there will be problem, because there is no way you bring in something from outside into your family. There is no two marriage that is the same. So what is applicable in one marriage may not be applicable or practicable in another marriage. So it's always lead to problem. So, and at times many will want to, they feel unsatisfied with what they are passing through what they see in the life of other people on social media, and they become so unsatisfied with their present spouse or their marriage. In that wise, they may have problem along the line. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 1, Proverbs chapter 27 verse 15. Number 2 is emotional infidelity. Social media can facilitate emotional connection with other people, potentially leading to emotional infidelity and threatening the marriage. So through social media, you come across so many people across the globe, and if care is not taken, you may begin to develop a kind of interest or affection towards people that you see there, and this can actually bring problem into the home, and it has brought so many problems to many homes and led to divorce, breaking, and crisis in many homes. So it leads to emotional infidelity, when that individual begins to develop interest in other people at the expense of his or her family. So this is what we call emotional infidelity. So it can lead to terrible threats to the marriage, and probably can even break and damage the home. Matthew chapter 5 verse 27 to 28, Proverbs chapter 5 verse 3 to 6. Number 3 is addiction and distraction. Social media leads to addiction, in the sense that people get addicted at many, even when they are walking along the road, along the streets, you see them punching their tablet, their handset, their phone, communicating and chatting with people. So unconsciously, even people, many, even during the service in the house of God, you see them punching their phones, chatting, discussing with people. So it leads to addiction, because they've been addicted to it. So you see them always on their phone, 24/7 online, doing one thing or the other because of that addiction. Social media can be addictive, distracting individuals from their marital responsibility and causing them to neglect their spouse. So it can lead to distraction. That spouse will be distracted to his attention or our attention, our mind, our heart will be distracted towards other people, and at the expense of the marriage, and he or she will begin to neglect his or her responsibility, and even neglect the partner that he has married or she has married. So this can lead to a very terrible situation in the home, or even crisis in that family. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 4. Number 4 is lack of intimacy. Lack of intimacy. Excessive social media use can lead to a lack of intimacy and deep conversation in marriage. As individuals substitute online connection for meaningful interaction with their spouse. So this is another problem. There will be excessive social media use will lead to a lack of intimacy. So the intimacy between the spouse will drop. That level will drop. So many of them spend their time online, chatting with people around the world, and the partner is neglected, is abandoned, is not attended to. So this can be a very terrible situation. So it can lead to neglect, and the partner may not find it easy or happy or pleased with such a neglect. So it is very, very terrible. So excessive social media use can lead to lack of intimacy and deep conversation in that marriage. And when there's no deep conversation in the marriage, there will be problem, there will be distraction, there will be chaos. The devil will come in, and there can be terrible battle in that home. So Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 to 33. Number 5 is unrealistic expectation. Social media often present unrealistic expectation and portrayal of marriage, leading to disappointment and frustration in one's own marriage. Like I said at the beginning, that most of those things you see on social media are not real. So it can lead to unrealistic expectation, and this can really damage the home because it will lead to disappointment and frustration in that home. So you must not practicalize what you see on social media in your home, because you may not be able to realize it, and it can lead to problem. It can either make or mar that home. So one should be very careful. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 23 to 24. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 3 to 5. Number 6 is insecurity and jealousy. Insecurity and jealousy. Social media can fuel insecurity and jealousy in marriage as individuals compare their spouse or marriage to other online. It's a very dangerous thing to begin to compare your spouse with somebody you meet online, somebody you chat online with, or what you see or you view online. We begin to view, you compare your marriage with the example you see online. It will be very dangerous and can fuel insecurity and jealousy. So the spouse will see himself as unsafe for that marriage or insecure in that marriage, and this can lead to a very terrible situation. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 1, Proverbs chapter 27 verse 15. Number 7 is lack of trust. Excessive social media use can erode trust in marriage, as individuals may feel their spouse is hiding behind their online personnel. So this is another important thing that we must know. Lack of trust can crop up, and excessive social media interaction can erode and destroy and reduce the trust in that marriage. And the spouse begin to suspect the other one. Maybe he is hiding something or she's hiding something. And this can actually lead to terrible crisis in that home if care is not taken. So it can break that love, destroy the home, and damage the family. Proverbs chapter 31 verse 11. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4 to 7. Now let's look at the biblical principle for healthy social media use in the marriage. Biblical principle for healthy social media use in the marriage. In marriage. 1. Set boundaries. Establish clean or clear boundaries and guidelines for social media use in your marriage. Establish a clean boundary. Let there be a boundary that between social time and this is what we can check online. You can be online, and from social you can set boundaries so that there will be no room for doubts or for suspicion. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23. Number 2, prioritize quality time. Prioritize quality time. Prioritize quality time with your spouse, engaging in meaningful interaction and activities that promote intimacy and connection. So you must create time for your family, for your spouse. Create enough time for interaction, for discussion, for intimate activities and interaction and discussion and communication that will strengthen and will establish your family more and more. You must create quality time. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 to 33. Number 3, practice self-discipline. Practice self-discipline. Exercise self-discipline in your social media use, avoiding excessive and addictive behavior. So you must, like we said, must set boundary. You must also practice self-discipline. Have time for everything. Create time for everything. Set a boundary, a plan for everything. Between this time and this time, I will be online and check. And after then, you have time for other important things in the family. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Number 4, seek accountability. Seek accountability from your spouse or a trusted friend, sharing your social media struggles and seeking support. So you must seek accountability from others. So you must be open and plain to others and let them know that you are plain, even while online chatting with people and doing one thing or the other. It is for the good of yourself and the family. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Now I want to look at examples of healthy social media use in marriage. Example of healthy social media use in marriage. Examples of healthy social media use in marriage. 1. Shared social media accounts. Sharing social media accounts with your spouse can promote transparency and accountability. So you can share your social media account with your spouse. This will promote transparency and accountability. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9. Number 2, schedule social media time. Scheduling specific time for social media use can help prevent excessive and addictive behavior. So you must have limited, you must plan your time and have a particular time set aside for only social media use, and you maintain it. Proverbs chapter 90, verse Psalm 90, verse 12. Psalm 90, verse 12. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 to 16. And social media zone. Social media zone. Designating social media free zone in your home, such as the dining table or bedroom, can promote quality time and intimacy. So you must set a particular place as your social media zone where both of you can sit down there and chat or discuss, and you can browse freely there and interact with people across the world. So Exodus chapter 20, verse 8 to 11. Psalm 127, verse 1 to 2. So these are some of the solution to the negative effect of social media to social media on marriage. Now, I want to ask these few questions. What are some other things that social media can cause in the home? What are some other things that social media can cause in the home apart from what we have highlighted in this video? What are some other things, the side effects that social media can cause in the home, and how can we rectify it? How can we rectify it? Then number 3, how can we overcome suspicion in marriage? Suspicion in marriage or wrong conclusion in marriage. There are times that people may not even know anything. They'll just decide overnight that, oh, I suspect this thing is happening, and they'll conclude easily that it is happening. So how do we overcome it? I want you to pass your comments or your opinion in the comment section. I will appreciate if you can put down your comments, your opinion in the comment section. And I would so much love it if you can help to put down all those important tips that can also help us to overcome crises in home. There are so many crises in home today that social media is causing. How do we overcome it? How do we overcome it? And the last question is this: how can a wife and a husband decide that their marriage will work and it will work? How can they decide that this marriage will work and it will actually work? I believe that their decision have a long way in determining what is going to happen to that family. So how can they decide that their marriage will work and it will work? So please do well to drop down your opinion in the comment section, and I'll be very glad to go through it and probably to appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.